Samuel Pupo versus Matthew McGillivray. These two going head-to-head. As we invite Laura Enever to join us here on the Harvey Norman host set. Laura, thanks for joining us. Sammy versus Matthew, this is going to be fun to watch. And now you're in the comfort of the Harvey Norman host set, and we love getting your insights on this special wave as we look at a nice little fading turn. We've got the second heat started. Samuel Pupo going through a couple of little turbulent moments on that wave, but stays on his feet. Samuel Pupo had his rookie season last year.
There's a little opening right there.
Yes.
So let's see how Zeke manages his priority here. He's going to have to pick a really good wave here. The good thing is too, Joe, even though it's sort of big and messy,
I think his whole family is competitive in some type of sport. His father, wide receiver at the college level for UH. Mom playing volleyball. Sisters play soccer at the college level. As we look at a roll in here and getting up to the lip line and unable to hang on. We saw a wave before there from Samuel Pupo, and then Matty McGillivray had a hard time controlling that one. Check out the last wave for Samuel Pupo, Laura.
Yeah, nice clean face here. Sammy just sticking in the pocket here, and a big wrapping turn. It's gone a bit frothy here on the inside, but this is the turn we saw before. Sammy just kicking the fins, sliding the tail. Does he hold on here? He's riding through the foam, and I don't think he did.
he stuck a finger in the air.
He did.
The other heat is literally left in the lineup for a few minutes to take the the lion's share of waves that come through.
As we'll see that wrapping turn way out the back from Samuel. Last year's Rookie of the Year sets up that big sweep off the top. Almost like he's snowboarding on those first few sections. That is an awkward one, but he's able to ride away.
This is live action.
And now seeing that whip off the top, sinking quickly, Sammy Pupo. Remember the priority heat, that's Pupo and McGillivray. If you look at your screen, just whichever heat has the least amount of time.
Obviously not ideal conditions out there, but it's contestable. Everyone's getting a lot of big scores and getting opportunity to hit some big sections.
As we see a big effort there from McGillivray. How did he get there in time? And he'll just climb again. Seems really spring-loaded, solid stance. Great footwork from Matty. And now he's earned himself some open face. Styles his way through the roundhouse. And starts that turn early. That was a smart decision. Now he'll try to create something for himself on the back end. So using every bit of that one, McGillivray will be turning in his best wave so far.
He's got to match Owen's 5.33.
Matty McGillivray, how about this one, Laura?
That was a Hail Mary. I do not know how he didn't catch a rail there, but just floating over that next section. That board looks like it's getting so much projection. He worked his way to the inside. It didn't really give him much through this flat section, but this was the turn. Up here, seemed so late, somehow got his nose above the lip, and just came down sideways, compressed, and rode out. That was wild.
It's always that unpredictable factor that you kind of were speaking about earlier.
Yeah.
You kind of mind surf with a lot of these athletes, and McGillivray sometimes just gives you something different. I mean, that was a wild position he put himself in. Really hard to do that, Rich.
Yeah, it was a totally unique maneuver that you couldn't actually practice for. All instinct. And Matty doing well to really stay on his feet.
All of my favourite surfing moments of Matty has been when he's just done something so unbelievably late, where the wave is basically breaking over him, and he's somehow gone up that big turn at River he did, that 10 he got at Tahiti last year. He was so late, just slid down the face, but obviously the rest of this wave not really getting much. I think all the points will come from that first.
As we see some whitewater potential wave setting up, Pupo does want it. Samuel setting that rail. Taps the whitewater. Let's see this wall really engage. Driving through that point. And kind of dancing back to the whitewater again. Little downtime, almost getting stuck, but you want to see what this inside track could have in store. And he looks like he will have enough speed to go the distance. Will it be worth it? And just a long road in to kick out, as he's already calling for the Red Bull ski. Grabbed an Owen Wright tribute shirt right away. Pretty soon Ryan Fletcher from Rip Curl's getting calls from everybody on tour saying, I want one. Where do I get mine? As we see this last one from Sam Welligan. Richie, what'd you see?
Yeah, a lot of swooping cutback action on this wave, and it didn't really ever have that one moment where the wave stood up and he was able to kind of attack the lip a little bit more vertically, so the judges won't get overly excited about it. He only needs that 3.90, or Matty McGillivray needs that. So Samuel trying to better his 4.17. I just don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I think just seemed too small, that wave. Looks like we've got a paddle.
Some whitewater setting up a bottom turn for McGillivray. The man from Jeffreys Bay, South Africa, controls this right-hander. Another wrap. Quick reaction to go back to the top of a big closeout section. McGillivray rides away. Britt Merrick loves it.
You know, he saw that it was just going to hit the reef and had this first section, it stood up a bit, and then here we go. This is where the whole wave walled up. Matty slicing it around, but this was the main turn here into the Big Bells Bowl. Holds on there, and I think the judges are going to reward that.
Couple surfers trying to check out this wave. Potentially rolling in now will be Samuel Pupo. Important ride here for the Brazilian. Wall's really starting to grow quickly. Hard off the bottom, there's a big layback. Drills it. One big move. But on one move, he needs a 6.77.
Degree of difficulty for a final turn. Kind of got this off the edge of the bowl, so everything's coming down into this final hit. I mean, it was a fantastic turn, a big section that stood right up. Have a look at this, just right on the edge. Gets a little bit of tail release. So compressed here. And just puts the board perfectly directing to the shore.
A 6.6, not enough. You can see that a couple of judges really felt that it was worthy enough to turn the heat. But on the average, throwing out the high and the low, McGillivray just barely survives and moves on into the round of 16. The action continues at the Rip Curl Pro Bells Beach, presented by Bonsoy, right after this.